guys? So, some of you might remember that last year I went back and rewatched all the Terminator movies in the saga. Now, there are a total of 6 movies in the saga, and the first one dates back to 1984, and the most recent one was from 2019. So I can't remember if I watched them in chronological order or if I watched them by release date because, as you know, the story and timeline in the Terminator movies get kind of jumbled and mixed up, right? Because you're going to the future and you're going to the past, and so it can get kind of confusing. But the reason I bring this up is today I went back to Mustang Sally's and I played T3 Rise of the Machines from 2003. And the Mustang Sally's also has the T2 table, Judgment Day, from 1991. And so I kind of want to make a comparison, not between the movies. I guess you could because they're both tables are based on the movie. But this comparison, in my opinion, is more based on the table. First, let me get this out of the way. I think Terminator 2 was better than Terminator 3 in terms of movie, but if we're talking about pinball machines, my opinion, it might be an unpopular one, but I do prefer T3 pinball over T2. And let me tell you why. First of all, I think T2 is a very difficult table. It's very unforgiving. It's a lot more challenging than the ones you'll play on like Pinball Arcade. But it's still fun, right? Don't get me wrong, it's a fun table, and I think the reason why it gained so much popularity was really because of the movie. You know, the movie was such a success, right? So T2, I believe, was a tie-in to the movie, right? And so I think that's partially why a lot of people kind of like the table. You know, the table is still fun and challenging and rewarding, with its mechanics where you have the gun shooting, right? That cannon, and then you have like one of the first tables with DMD, dot matrix display. But T3 actually is a table that I think captures everything good about T2. They're both from the same designer, Steve Ritchie, but it's just a lot more, you know, it's a lot easier, and it kind of does everything that T2 does, right? It's kind of designed in the same way. It's got like these cool looking toys. Like on T2 you have the the Terminator endoskeleton, and then in T3 you've got, you know, the T900 model, and then you've got the new one, right? So you got those cool toys. And you also have those cool long loops and the fast gameplay. But for some reason, I just feel like Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines Pinball is a lot more enjoyable to play. I think because it's easier, right? But also because there's more of like a flow. So it's still a little bit different than T2. You still have the drain post like you do in T2. But I feel like there's just more going on in T3. But that is my take. I really enjoyed playing it today. This machine at Mustang Sally's had a beautiful color DMD. The table looked really nice for 2003. I think this might have been like the parts and the toys were probably like updated and changed because it looked really nice and new. Just really enjoyable to play. But one of the coolest things about this table is the back glass RPG element to it. So this mode, if you've ever played it on VPX or TPA, there's a little mini game on the back glass where you're shooting this RPG and you're hitting spot targets, and that was really cool during the gameplay. But I just like how T3 feels like it has a little more like variability. There's a little more. I think there's like the skill shot. There's like different skill shots to choose from. Whereas T2, I think there's only like one skill shot. I can't remember, but just a really cool table. Glad I played it. But I wanted to kind of bring up that comparison because sometimes you can compare the movies, which I think most people would agree T3 was not as good as T2, although it was still a good movie in the saga. But my opinion is T3 is better than T2 Pinball. I know that some of you might not agree, but that's why we have opinions. But I'd highly suggest, if you see this table or if you check out the Pinball Map app and it's near you, definitely give this a try and enjoy the gameplay here. I enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, and I'll be making that video for this week's tournament coming up probably today or tomorrow. So until next time, catch you guys later. Take care.